learners. I am Dr. Meenu Bhatnagar from the Center of Russian Studies, Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. I welcome you all to this course on Basics of Russian Communication Skills Part 2. In this module, we will continue the previous topic of past tense in Russian. You will learn how to conjugate some other verbs in past tense and their use in Russian language. Let us now learn the use of the verb быть in past tense. Быть means to be. Быть, the stem of the verb быть, is formed by removing the last two letters of the verb and adding the endings of past tense to the stem. Let us make the past tense form using the stem by. Add l, bil for masculine gender words. The form for feminine gender words would be bila. For the nouns of neuter gender, the form would be bila. For plural forms, it will be byli. So the past tense form of the verb быть is bil, bila, byla, byli. It means was in the past tense. So ya, it means for ya ti on bil, ya ti ana bila, ano bila, my vi ani byli. Let us see the use of this verb in past tense. We will read some dialogues and understand the use of this verb. You must have learnt the construction u меня есть. I have. We will try to change this present tense form of this construction into past tense form by using the forms of the verb быть. So the sentence such as у меня есть ручка, which means I have a pen, in past tense would become у меня была ручка. So была is the feminine form of the verb быть, which is used according to the word ручка, which is a noun of the feminine gender. So у меня есть ручка, it is a present tense construction. It is a construction in present tense. I have a pen. If you want to say a similar thing in past tense, so you can use the past tense form of the verb быть and say у меня была ручка. It means I had a pen. So I have a pen, у меня есть ручка. I had a pen, it means у меня была ручка. The next sentence is у него есть велосипед. Velocipede is a bicycle. So у него есть is he has. So у него есть велосипед, it means he has a bicycle. This is a present tense construction. Now change this into past tense. We will use the past tense form of the verb быть. Velocipede is a masculine gender word. So the form of the verb that you will be using to make the sentence into past tense will be the masculine form. So the sentence would be у него был велосипед. So у него есть велосипед, he has a cycle. У него был велосипед, he had a cycle. The next sentence is у нее есть зеленое пальто. Пальто, overcoat. Зеленое пальто is a green overcoat. У нее есть means she has. У нее есть зеленое пальто, it means she has a green overcoat, which is a present tense form. Now convert the sentence into past tense. You will use the past tense form of the verb быть, but in neuter gender, because the word palto is a neuter gender word. So the past tense construction would be у нее было зеленое пальто. She had a green overcoat. So, у меня есть ручка. Let us revise it. У меня есть ручка. У меня была ручка. У него есть велосипед. У него был велосипед. У нее есть зеленое пальто. У нее было зеленое пальто. Let us read some dialogues with the use of the verb быть in past tense. Где вы были вчера вечером? Here the past tense form of the verb быть is used in the plural form because of the pronoun вы. Где вы были вчера вечером? It means where were you yesterday evening? Где вы были вчера вечером? In the answer, вчера вечером мы были на концерте. So we has changed into мы. Мы also is requires the use of the verb in plural form in past tense. So the form of the verb remains same in the answer. Вчера вечером мы были на концерте. На концерте is at the concert. So yesterday evening we were at a concert. Где вы были вчера вечером? Вчера вечером мы были на концерте. The next dialogue is где он был в прошлом году? В прошлом году is last year. Он был, masculine form, был. Где он был в прошлом году? Where was he last year? The answer is в прошлом году он был в России. В прошлом году last year. Он был, here even in the answer the subject or the pronoun referring to the subject does not change and therefore the form of the verb also remains same. Он был, the masculine form. Где он был? В России. В России in Russia. So yes, last year he was in Russia. Где он был в прошлом году? В прошлом году он был в России. The last dialogue is где была Таня позавчера? Где, where, Tanya is a name of a girl, therefore the form of the verb used is the feminine form, была. Где была Таня позавчера? The word позавчера means day before yesterday. So where was Tanya day before yesterday? The answer is позавчера она была в цирке. Позавчера, day before yesterday, she had been to a circus, or she was in the circus. Позавчера она была в цирке. Где была Таня позавчера? Позавчера Таня or она была в цирке. I'll repeat the same dialogue. Где была Таня позавчера? Here the form of the verb быть is in past tense, feminine form, because the subject here is Tanya, which is a name of a girl. So the feminine form. Где была Таня позавчера? Позавчера она была в цирке. So позавчера, day before yesterday, she was at the circus. Let us do an exercise using the verb быть in past tense. The exercise is fill in the blanks with appropriate forms of the verb быть. У них dash машина. The word машина, as you can see, belongs to the feminine gender. Машина means car. So the form of the verb that you will fill in will be the feminine form. У них была машина. They had a car. У них была машина. The feminine form is because of the word машина, which is a feminine gender word. The next sentence, в прошлом году моя семья dash в Delhi. Here the form of the verb być will be according to the word simya, which is again a feminine gender word. Simya, maya simya ana. So the form of the verb will be according to the pronoun ana. Proshlam gadu maya simya bilavdeli. Proshlam gadu maya simya bilavdeli means last year my family was in Delhi. The next sentence is vi vrasi. Here the form of the verb być will be according to the pronoun or the subject vi, which will be the plural form. Vi byli v Russi. It's a question. Vi byli v Russi. Have you been to Russia? The next sentence will be where you will use the form of the verb być according to ya. Ya bil, you can also say ya bila if the subject is a girl. Ya bil v Moskve 2 raza. You can also say ya bila v Moskve 2 raza. It means I have been to Moscow twice. The next sentence, you will use the form of the verb być according to the subject or the pronoun vi. Gdzie wy byli wczoraj? Gdzie wy byli wczoraj? In the next sentence, again you will be using the plural form of the verb być. Gdzie byli iwo oczki? Gdzie iwo oczki? Oczki means spectacles. It is a noun which has only plural form. So with this word you will be using the past tense form of the verb być in plural. Gdzie byli iwo oczki? Gdzie byli iwo oczki? Where were his spectacles? The next sentence has the word palto, which is an overcoat. As you can see from the ending, the word belongs to the neuter gender, vaše palto. So the form of the verb być will also be used here in the neuter form. Gdzie była wasze palto? Gdzie była wasze palto? Wczoraj u nas праздник. Праздник, as you can see from the ending of the word, the noun праздник belongs to the masculine gender. So the form of the verb that you will be using will be the masculine form. Вчера у нас был праздник. Вчера у нас был праздник. Праздник means festival. So yesterday we had there was a festival. Let us now do another exercise by changing the present tense or sentences in present tense into past tense. So change the following sentences into past tense. The first sentence is У него есть велосипед. Velocipede, bicycle. So the sentence is he has a bicycle. If you need to change this sentence into past tense, you have to remove the word есть and replace it by the appropriate form of the verb быть. The appropriate form of the verb will be according to velocipede, which is a masculine gender word. So the masculine form will be used. У нее был велосипед. She had a bicycle. The next sentence is У него есть машина. He has a car. If you have to say he had a car, again you have to change the verb есть by the past tense form of the verb быть according to the word машина, which is a feminine gender word. So the form of the verb быть will be according to the feminine gender. So у него была машина. He had a car. The next sentence is У меня есть мобильный телефон. Мобильный телефон is the mobile phone. So у меня есть мобильный телефон means I have a mobile phone. If you want to convert this sentence into past tense, you will have to replace jest by the appropriate form of the verb buich. Mobilny telephone. Telephone is the word of masculine gender, and so the form of the verb buich in past tense would be of the masculine form. U меня был мобильный телефон. I had a mobile phone. The next sentence. Сейчас мы в супермаркете. Сейчас мы в супермаркете means right now we are at the supermarket. Now here the adverb used here is сейчас, which means now. In order to convert this sentence into past tense, you will have to replace this word also. So you can either say раньше, or you can simply remove сейчас and you can say мы были в супермаркете. The form of the verb были will be according to мы, which will be the plural form. So сейчас мы в супермаркете means we are at the supermarket right now. In order to convert the sentence into past tense, you can say раньше мы были в супермаркете. We were at the supermarket earlier, or simply say мы были в супермаркете. So we were at a supermarket. The last sentence. У вас есть русско-испанский словарь? Русско-испанский словарь, Russian Spanish dictionary. So у вас есть русско-испанский словарь? It means, do you have a Russian Spanish dictionary? In order to put this in the past tense, you will have to replace есть by the appropriate form of the verb быть in past tense. The appropriate form will be according to the word slavar, which means a dictionary. This word belongs to masculine gender. So the form of the verb will also be masculine. So у вас есть русско-испанский словарь? Do you have a Russian Spanish dictionary? You convert it into past tense by using был. У вас был русско-испанский словарь? You had a Russian Spanish dictionary. Let us now see the past tense form of the verbs which are used with sia, the particle sia. There are several verbs in Russian language which has this particle sia at the end. Let us see how the past tense form of such verbs are made. We will start with the verb учиться. Учиться means to study at a particular place. So учиться, to make the past tense form of this verb, we will again separate the ending and use the stem uchi, and we'll keep sia and see how it is used. You will add the endings for the past tense l, la, lo, li to the stem and make the past tense form. The only thing that you need to remember is that for masculine form there is no change in sia. The sia is simply added as it is. So uchi l sia. For masculine form, the past tense of uchitsa would be uchilsya. Uchilsya. For feminine form, you will add la to the stem, but the form sya, the particle sya, undergoes a slight change. It becomes s. So ya is replaced by the soft sign. So the pronunciation of the feminine form would be uchilas. Masculine form is uchilsya. The feminine form is uchilas. 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 For neuter and the plural form also, the sya particle will be changed accordingly. So before the vowel sya will become s. So in plural masculine form, in feminine form, neuter as well as plural form, the last letter of the word is a vowel, and hence the form of the particle will be s. So the feminine form, as I said, is uchilas. The neuter form will be uchilas. and the plural form uchilis. I will repeat: uchilsya, uchilas, uchilas, uchilis. Ya ti on uchilsya, ya ti ana uchilas, mui vui ani uchilis. So uchilsya would mean I studied or I was studying. Uchilas again, yati ana uchilas, I, you or she was studying or studied. Mui uchilis, it means we studied or we were studying. Vi uchilis, it means you were studying or you studied. Ani uchilis, it means they were studying or they studied. Let us try to make the past tense form of the next verb, which is zanimatsa. Zanimatsa also means to study, but zanimatsa and uchitsa, there is a difference between the two. Uchitsa we use in the meaning of to study in some university, college or in some city, and zanimatsa we use in the meaning of self-study. So zanimatsa also means to study, but study on your own. As in study in the library or at home. So zanimatsa, here also the verb is used with sya. So zanimats, here the stem of the verb will be formed according to by dropping the last two letters, the and soft sign zanima. To this stem you will add the ending of the past tense and make the past tense form. Remember, for masculine form the particle sya will remain same, there will be no change. For feminine, neuter and plural form, sya will change into s. So ya will be replaced by the soft sign. Let us now make the form zanimalsya. For masculine it will be zanimalsya. For feminine, zanimalas. For neuter, zanimalas. For plural, zanimalis. Let us revise this. Ya ti on zanimalsya, ya ti ana zanimalas, ano zanimalas, mui vui ani zanimalis. Zanimalsya, zanimalas means that we studied, we were studying in a library or at home. Mui vui ani zanimalis, that means we, you and they were studying or they studied. Let us read some dialogues. Valentina Mikhailovna, gdzie uchilas washa sestra? Valentina Mikhailovna is the name of the person one is talking to. Gdzie uchilas vasha sestra, the verb used here is uchitsa. Uchitsa means to study at some place or in some college, university or school. So gdzie is where did your sister study? The answer is Maya sestra uchilas v medicinskom institute. Maya sestra uchilas v medicinskom institute. My sister studied in the medical institute. The form of the verb uchitsa in feminine form is according to the subject, which is sestra, which is a feminine gender word. So uchilas. Maya sestra uchilas v medicinskom institute. So my sister studied in a medical institute. The next dialogue is Skolka часов вы занимались вчера? Skolka часов, how many hours? Вы занимались вчера. The verb is заниматься, which means to study or self-study. The form of the verb in past tense is plural because of the pronoun вы. The subject is вы. Сколько часов вы занимались вчера? That means how many hours did you study yesterday? Вчера я долго занималась. Наверное, 5 часов, потому что сегодня экзамен. It means yesterday I studied for a long time, probably 5 hours. Наверное, probably 5 часов, 5 hours. Потому что, because сегодня экзамен, because today is the exam. Вчера я долго занималась. Here the form of the verb занималась is according to the gender of the subject я, which because the feminine form, that means я is a girl. Вчера я занималась 5 часов, потому что сегодня экзамен. So the next verb you will learn is родиться. Родиться means to be born. Родиться is also conjugated in the same way as учиться и заниматься, because it also has the same particle at the end, ся. Родиться, the stem of this verb will be ради after removing the and soft sign. To this stem we will add the endings for past tense. So the masculine form would be, so родился, родилась, родились. Родился, родилась, родились. So я, ты, он родился. Я, ты, она for feminine, it will be родилась. Мы, вы, они родились. It means you were born. Я родился, it means I was born. Ты родился, you were born. Он родился, he was born. Я родилась, she was born. Родился, родилась, родились. For masculine, it is родился. For feminine, the form is родилась. For plural, the form of the verb родиться is родились. So я, ты, он родился, masculine. For feminine, я, ты, она родилась. For plural, мы, вы, они родились. It means to be born. So я родился means I was born. Ты родился, you were born. Он родился, he was born. For feminine, я родилась, I was born. Ты родилась, you were born. Она родилась, she was born. In plural, мы родились, we were born. Вы родились, you were born. And они родились, they were born. So родился, родилась, родились. Let us read some dialogues which will show you the use of this verb родиться. The first dialogue is: в каком месяце вы родились? В каком месяце? Месяц means month. В каком месяце? In which month? Вы родились. The form of the verb родиться is in plural because of the pronoun вы. В каком месяце вы родились? It means in which month were you born? Answer: я родился в марте. The month is Mart. Я родился. Here the form of the verb родился is in masculine because я here would be a boy. Я родился в марте means I was born in March. If it was a girl, you could easily say я родилась в марте. В марте. That means I was born in March. The second dialogue: в каком месяце родилась ваша мама? The form of the verb родиться is in feminine past tense because of the word mama, which is a feminine gender word. Mama. В каком месяце? In which month? So, the question в каком месяце родилась ваша мама? It means in which month was your mother born? In the answer, one can say моя мама родилась в феврале. It means my mother was born in February. So the form of the verb in past tense is feminine according to the word mama, which is a feminine gender word. So Maya mama regilas February is my mother was born in February. The next dialogue is В каком месяце родился твой брат? В каком месяце родился твой брат? Here the form of the verb родился is masculine because of the word brat, which is a masculine gender, your brother. So in which month was your brother born? In the answer, мой брат родился в декабре. Декабрь в декабре. My brother was born in December. In the next dialogue, we will see how the form of the verb is used in feminine. Anna, в каком месяце ты родилась? Anna is a name of a girl. In which month were you born? And that is why the form of the verb родиться is in feminine gender, because it is addressed to a girl. Anna, в каком месяце ты родилась? Я родилась в мае. Here, ya is feminine because it's Anna, and therefore the form of the verb used is of the feminine gender. Я родилась в мае. It means I was born in May. Dear learners, in this module, you have learned about the conjugation of certain verbs in past tense and how these verbs are used. I advise you to revise and write the conjugation of these verbs several times. I wish you success. Удачи вам! Thank you. Спасибо.